Howdy, hey! Welcome to the Pacific Northwest Gold Rushers. I'm Jeff, amateur prospector. There's my buddy, partner Rich. And this is the first day of Gold Rush 23. And we stopped here. We're actually doing a remembrance trip. Very first time we ever went, we were actually mushroom hunting and gold panning. We had no idea what we were doing. Rich found a piece of black gold, and I found a fish scale, and that's about the extent of our knowledge. We had no idea what we were doing. We went miles and miles and miles and miles down a road. We didn't even know where we were going, but it was always good to just hang out with a friend and hang out, and that was the start of Gold Rush adventures. But we did stop here just because of this cool waterfall coming down, going into a culvert. I'm actually was thinking about panning it, but I don't see any quartz whatsoever. Not even a lot of mineralization. And we know farther up there's, if we can get there, there's a few creeks we're going to hit. But this time we're going to find something more than a fish scale and a black rock. So, our traditional first day of Gold Rush 23, and it's definitely needed. It's been a rough few months, huh? Between getting the respiratory virus, the weather, work, threw out my back. Oh, somebody got a new hat. Lost my other one. Let's get to it. Gold Rush 23. Hey, just an update. We stopped at this bridge that we remembered from last time, but I do need to highlight that somebody's prepared to do some mining today. Between his spandex and his golf pants and everything. Where's your boots? Jesus. Honestly, he brought boots, but I need room to dangle, I guess. Alright, this makes me nervous, but oh, I wonder what that concrete thing is way down there.
That's concrete.
It's concrete. Oh goodness. This camera doesn't have a zoom, but that is a long ways down there, but you can look at down there. You can see on that seam there too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I told Rich to go down there and do a test pan, and he won't do it.
Hold my phone.
And then we come over here. This is why we enjoy this. It's actually almost just as fun to explore, but okay, this one's got no railing, so I gotta be more careful. But even look way down there. But it's just really pretty. That's where I told Rich to go do a test pan. Same thing with that little sucker hole there. Oh, I can't. I'm 6'5", and that's only like a foot and a half tall. But he won't do it. All right, let's go find some gold. Gold Rush 23. Oh, look at the weather's even turning nice now. Well, howdy, hey. We had another bridge here, but we actually found one of the spots. We got some nice gravels over here, but this is after the bridge. But over here is actually the very first place we've ever did a pan, and so we're going to try it again. This time see if we actually can do it when we know how to pan. But you can see here they put these rocks here to make sure that this creek takes the turn and doesn't wash out the bridge. But I do see a few pieces of quartz, which we didn't see farther down, right? Again, some of these boulders may have been placed there or rolled there, but if you look further up, we got a nice bend here, now that we know where we're kind of looking. But I'm looking at the high-speed rocks up there, and then we get a little bit of gravel, and then the shallower here on before it hits this next turn. So we're going to go do a pan or two down here, just to see if this time we actually find gold, or Rich finds another black rock. And
it was gold.
And we'll get his slippers wet. Gold Rush 23. I'm just happy about how good the weather is today. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, we're still driving the Jeep. Finally found a mechanic to fix the oil leak on my Bronco, though, so I'll get my girl back here soon. Howdy, hey. Well, we made it down here. We were kind of looking. We came down that little kind of trail out of the hill, but got kind of a suck hole there that we were originally looking at, but it's a lot higher, and we don't feel like going that far down. We only brought the baby shovel. But, as you can see, unlike the other creeks, you know, there's a lot more quartz. In fact, there's a really big piece here. Some cool rocks. Oh yeah, Rich, gotta remind you, keep an eye open for, you know, rocks for my daughter Emma Gemma. She would have a field day here. But here's where I really kind of liked. We got moss covered. Oh. I should have brought my metal detector, damn it. But we saw this one, we got moss, so you know, they haven't been moved. We can't really dig anywhere in here, but you can see it's got another suck hole here. So we're going to do a pan or two right out of here. Our whole goal today is to see if we can actually find gold this time. And you can see Rich did actually bring boots. So I only like to tease him. So we're going to get a pan in. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty, just an update. So I rolled that rock out and filled up the pan right out of there. And Rich went ahead and did a shovel full over on that side of that rock. He's got similar stuff. Although the gravels and everything look good, don't you think? And I got a lot of garnets. Some pieces of lead. You can see there's a few nice garnets in there. There's a piece of lead right there. Another piece of lead. Oop. But no gold.
That. I'm going to dig here.
You going to do another one?
Yep.
Okay.
Give it up yet, buddy.
Nope.
Oh! Here's my friend.
Bend and snap works every time. Alright. We're going to do I think I'm going to... I'll try another spot. I think I'm going to go up there a little bit at the beginning of the bend and try one more pan. Gold Rush 23. This water is freaking cold though. Howdy, hey, just an update. So again, this is where we started. And I went right after that big boulder up there, a little about 10 yards this way. And I brought back another pan. Rich did some testing here, there, and he's where he's at now. So far, no gold, except for I splashed water on my glasses, so I had my glasses on, and believe it or not, there is a micro dot in there. One micro dot, probably the smallest piece of gold I ever seen, because without my glasses on, I can't see it. But no matter how small it is, still gold. I didn't bring my snuffer bottle down here, but we are seeing amazing quartz and everything. There's a cool rock there where it ate away. A lot of this is tough digging, but right now, I think after he finishes that pan, we're going to move down to another creek where we went to, and just kind of keep exploring. We found a nug. Hey, that's the first nug of 2013. I can't see it anymore without my glasses on, but it's a nug. Gold Rush 23. Howdy, hey, just an update. Well, it's been 7 or 8 years since we went up, and it's gated. All the way up, though, we see all the old growth fires and everything. This whole hillside has been burned, and if you remember from last year, we were complaining about the smoke. This is actually the fire that was causing all the smoke, and we're talking miles. So they probably gated it because, as you can see, people come up here, burn their garbage, probably a party spot or something. But yeah, and then what that rock is actually, Rich, is probably from right up there. And what it is, the heat causes them to crack. And the water, and the rain, and the weather. So anyway, just to let you know, and I told Rich this because there was a movie, Monster Quest or Bigfoot Show or something, was actually up this road. And there was a lot of sightings or something I remember seeing. And so we are in Bigfoot country. And that right there is the Seattle. But we're not going down that. I told Rich to slide down that and go do a test pan behind that boulder, but he wouldn't do it. But, you know, one story we were talking about is my buddy Ken, one of the first things he told me is the gold's always on the other side of the river. And Rich and I was like, man, I wish we could get over there in that bar. But you ain't going to do it. But it's beautiful country. It's a beautiful day. You can see Rich in his stretchy pants. But these things are just massive. Yeah, somebody set these out. So we did pass a bridge farther down that way. Well, I guess it would be over that way. So our main goal for today is actually we both work our asses off. We've been friends ever since we were little kids, and this is kind of our tradition. It's kind of more of a drive. And like I told him, we already found a nug. We don't keep nugs though, so we threw it back. But so we already did better than our other time with you with a black rock and me with a fish scale. So we're gonna go down the bridge and we're gonna go to the other side. Back in a bit. Well, howdy. Well, we ended up crossing that bridge, and we're a few miles in, but we're actually ended up with somehow, we don't even know where we're at right now. We're going up the hill, and I just saw this, and I thought this looked cool. And you people who don't know the Pacific Northwest, it is not Seattle. In fact, people who live in this area, we kind of laugh at the people from Seattle who come up here, but you can see this is Bigfoot country, but this is steep, hard, rugged country. But it's beautiful. Okay, we seem to be having a little bit of a dispute here about what. Okay, no, this is. We're trying to decide if we're going up or down. So I put the truck in neutral.
Well, stop.
He says we're going up. No, it will stop if we're going uphill, wouldn't it?
Because you're coasting.
I'm coasting uphill.
Yeah, we're going to stop here.
Well, of course you stop on.
Nope, we're stopped.
Well, we're not doing a lot of panning today, but we're having a blast. We're stopping at all these creeks and checking them out. Just awesome. But we are looking, and like Rich and I are checking for quartz and any other sign that would be worth, because I mean, even to get down there is going to be a pain in the butt. And we definitely ain't going down there. Not today, at least. We're not really dressed to go.
I am.
Your stretchy pants and your boots don't. It's just awesome. Just awesome. But we do got to get moving. The weather is supposed to be bringing in some cold front and also some winds. And right now there's only, as far as we know, one way out. So we're going to get moving again. Sorry that we ain't finding no nugs yet. We found the one, that's it. But we'll see what we come up with. Gold Rush 23. So we came to our first bridge since taking that other bridge. We got a fork in the road. We have no clue where we're at. Because we're running out of time here a little bit, we're not really doing much panning. Actually, we haven't found very many places to do panning because that road is gated. But I also not real. We've tried creeks with this type of gravel before and didn't do good. If we weren't somewhere where we didn't know where we were, we wouldn't have to worry about time. But I will say, and they do this, it almost looks man-made, that outer bend, but again, I don't know. So are we going to go downhill or uphill? Okay. That's what the sign says? Does it tell us what state we're in?
Yeah.
So basically we got to turn around.
There's a turnaround right there.
So what he basically said on the upper road or the lower road,
Yeah.
depending on how you look at
Go
it,
downhill.
there's a slide, you can't go down. And when you go down this road, he says, the sign says that there's very difficult to turn around or no place to turn around. So we have to make the decision to turn around here, and we're going to head back. We can go a little faster this time. Hey, do you want to at least?
Downhill.
Hey, do you want to? Yeah.
What's that?
Do
Going downhill, dude.
there? Oh shit! There's a car coming.
We're really going.
So now that we're going uphill again to get out of here, like I said back, like I said back there, that the weather called for a cold front to move in, and then winds for a couple hours of high winds. Well, we just saw.
I saw balls of sap.
This is a PG video. You won't be talking about your balls. Anyway, we're having hail already hit the hood just a couple so far. So we do need to get moving because they said the cold front was going to hit and then the wind. And the problem now is if there's no exit that way, if a tree comes down or an oversized limb, we don't have a chainsaw. So we're going to have to get moving a little faster and just no more talking about your balls. Cold Rush 23. Howdy, hey, welcome back. Well, we got off the mountain, and we definitely feel the cold now and the breeze. The wind's starting to pick up, but we just wanted to stop here at our spot down here. You know, you guys have seen this before. Basically, just to see how the winter treated it. You know, you can even see the floods brought that chunk of metal or somebody's on. And people are out shooting their guns across the road over there.
Well, let's hope it's going across the road that way.
Yeah. So you kind of know the area. We just wanted to stop and take a look. We're going to dip a pan just to take a look. Cold Rush 23. Well, howdy. Hey, I gotta let you know, I apologize. We did a couple pans down there at that last stop, and my fingers were so cold I must not push record on you guys. So we did find a couple small flakes and everything, and it was just too cold, and it was getting colder, almost felt by the minute. So anyway, I'm back here and I realized that happened, and I just wanted to tell everybody thank you. Surprisingly, I gained a few more subscribers. Still enjoy watching all your videos. I know they've slowed down because wintertime slows everybody down except for Jason the Mason, the Flower Grove Wizards. He just keeps going anyway, but hoping it's going to be a good year. What a good start. You get to, you know, gold would be nice. The fun I had today visiting with my best friend and everything, that's perfect. So until next time, lots of adventures to go. Year just started. Cold Rush 23. Thanks for watching. Oh, make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the other stuff. I appreciate it.